What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back to another one. Hope all is well. The team is currently on their spring break right now. I believe they come back this weekend. I think Coach Prime always tell them they need to come back by Saturday and get started for Sunday, I believe. This upcoming Sunday currently is Wednesday, March 27th, so they're still on break. Coach Prime, Shedeur, Bucky, they're in the Dominican Republic right now, chilling. And I saw an article here about Coach Prime saying that it's a possibility that Shedeur and Travis Hunter can pull a Eli Manning. And I'm going to talk about that. What do they mean by pull a Eli Manning? I remember when Eli got drafted, his dad was like, he's not going anywhere. Don't even think about drafting my son. You know, could it be a Eli Manning 2.0? Coach Prime, yeah, he said Shedeur and Travis may pull Eli Manning in the draft, but they need to do something first, though. And we're going to talk about that in this video. I'm going to read this article, but I want to talk about what they need to do first, though, in order to have that type of leverage. Because remember, they need to have leverage. And because if they got the leverage, then yeah, they could pull a Eli Manning in the draft and decide where they go. Then I read somebody had a video earlier saying that Jerry Jones is a possibility he could tank the season just to get Shedeur. And I could see Shedeur either going to Dallas or ATL, Atlanta. But I know Denver was talking about it as well. There was some talks about Denver, but I honestly think he's either going to wind up in Dallas or Atlanta. I think I just saw how Jerry Jones was looking at him in Shiloh. And if Jerry Jones could get his way, he'll get Travis too, if he can get his way. But definitely that's what I think is going to happen here. Now, this article, let me just go over this article real quick. As a matter of fact, let me see. Let me go over this article because let's see what we got here. As a matter of fact, let me pull up some spring training. You know that what do you call it? That video we watched the last live chat, man. That video was off the hook. So you know, I'm gonna have to entertain it again because it was so off the hook. Let me see if I can find it while we're talking about the season here. All right. So I think we found it. All right. So Coach Prime, he said Deion Sanders issues warning about 2025 NFL draft. It's going to be an Eli. And for those that don't know, again, Eli Manning, when he got drafted, he pretty much had some leverage. Like, I'm not just going anywhere. And don't even think about drafting me. There's been a few other players in the past that have done that as well. Now, Colorado coach Deion Sanders has fired a warning shot about what might go down in the 2025 NFL draft. His top players might refuse to play for certain NFL teams, sort of like how quarterback Eli Manning refused to play for the San Diego Chargers in 2004. The Chargers selected Manning with the number 1 pick that year, but soon traded him to the New York Giants. Next year, Sanders' quarterback son at Colorado, Shedeur, is expected to be the top pick, along with Colorado's two-way star, Travis Hunter. I know where I want them to go, Sanders recently said on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. So it's certain cities that ain't going to happen. It's going to be an Eli. Sanders predicted Shedeur and Hunter will be selected 1 overall next year, with the other one getting picked no later than the 4th overall. He didn't say which teams he didn't want to draft his players, but he's known to be fond of Atlanta, Dallas, and among other cities. Sanders played in both cities during his own NFL career. As we know, Atlanta, he said, was the first I saw black people in positions of authority, which he said blew my mind. Sanders, 56, previously said in a separate interview with host Chris Russo on Sirius XM that he didn't want Shedeur going nowhere cold. He grew up in Texas. Sanders said then he played in Jackson, Mississippi. He played in Colorado. Seasons over before it gets cold in Colorado. I'm just thinking way ahead. I don't want that for him. Hunter, a cornerback and receiver, is expected to forgo his remaining college eligibility to turn pro after the 2024 season. Shedeur Sanders has recovered from a back injury and is headed into his final college year in Boulder. The Buffaloes play their annual intra-squad spring game on April 27th before opening season August 31st at home against North Dakota State. Okay. All right, so that's what they said here in the article. All right, so I want to talk about what do they have to do, though, in order to have the complete leverage. They got to win. That's what I'm going to say. They got to win. I think no matter what, though, Shedeur is still going to go to Dallas no matter what. That's just the way I feel about it. I honestly feel that Shedeur is going to go to Dallas. And I think he's either going to Dallas or Atlanta. That's what I'm thinking. Now, Travis, even if they have a losing season and he does well, he's still going to have leverage because he's a two-way player and he's very dominant in what he does. Shedeur, on the other hand, if Jerry Jones in Atlanta can't get him and he tanks his season, he's going to end up going probably where he don't want to go. That's what I'm thinking. This could hurt his draft status. But if Jerry Jones tanked the season and draft him number one, it's not going to matter. But I still think that they need leverage, and the leverage is to win this season. They got to win. If they have the season like they had last year, that could hurt their draft stock, and that's contingent upon what they do in their stats. So if they have a 4-0, if they have just a 4-winning game season, which I don't think they're going to have. Let me just be straight with you right now. I don't think they're going to have a season where they just win 4 games. So let me just be clear. But they got to win, though. Okay? If they don't win, their stats got to be extraordinary. And then everything is good. That the stats alone will give them the leverage. Winning will give them even more leverage. If they can get into... Now, don't get me wrong. This is just their second season, right? So you got to think in realistic terms, in real world terms. I think 8 games is doable. The ceiling is 10, but hey, the ceiling, like someone said, the ceiling could be to the moon. You know, it just depends on what they do this season. But one thing that is shining bright for them right now is that offensive line. That offensive line looks like they're going to come through, and they need to come through to protect them. If they can't protect him and he gets hurt, it's just going to be a bad situation. And also they have to remain healthy as well. They got to remain healthy. And I think if they do that, man, sky's the limit. Anything can happen, you know, but they got to win, though. They got to win. Okay. He has to prove that he can lead his, well, I don't know. Maybe he don't have to prove anything if Jerry Jones want him, but to at least lead his team into a bowl game. And then after that, he don't have to play in the bowl game. You know, he get ready for the draft. And but right now, college football got him ranked. They don't have him as the top quarterback in the country. Even though it doesn't matter, he's still going to get drafted in the top 5 anyway. But still, that's contingent upon a lot of things. Hopefully, there's no unforeseen injuries. They can have a winning season. Get to a bowl game. I'm telling you right now, if they even get to the playoffs, there's even more players on that team that's going to get drafted. You're still going to have players that's going to get their opportunity, right? you're still gonna have players that's gonna get their opportunity. But I'm talking about they gotta win. The pressure's on, man. They gotta win. And also, this is the last time Coach Prime will be coaching both of his sons, Shedeur and Shiloh. And speaking of Shiloh, I think he can up his draft status depending on what he do this year. I mean, he's proven to be solid at his position. And if he have a really good season, that can up his draft stock. But wherever Shedeur going, I can see him going. Now, if Shedeur goes to Dallas, for sure, I think Shiloh is going there too. For sure. Jerry Jones sees something. He's like, you know what? We're going to put some bodies in his seat. That's what's going to happen. We're going to put some bodies in his seat. And if he just mess around and get Travis, the game is over. He going to put bodies in the seat for the next couple years. But he's not going to get Travis. Travis is going to be gone either number one overall or in the top 5. I could see Shedeur in the top 5 too. But again, I keep saying this. I keep stressing this. They have to win. They got to win. What say you? Drop a comment below. Let me know how you feel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys. But before you go, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Also hit the bell notification so you can get updated on my latest content as it drops. If you have any video ideas, feel free to leave a comment below. Take care.